Once again, recognize Provo and the Peaks Ice Arena. We are honored to host the world, and we will be ready. Woo! Provo City's mission statement, exceptional care for an exceptional community, reflects our standing as a gold medal community by international standards. The International Olympic Committee praised the Peaks Ice Arena when they were here as a premier example of an Olympic venue successfully transitioning to everyday use. Our exceptional community earned the praise together. Provo City was honored as the nation's best performing city for 3 consecutive years. Our exceptional community earned that honor together. How fitting that our Parks and Recreation Department was named Best in Nation and took home the National Gold Medal Award for Excellence in Parks and Recreation Management. Woo! I know, they deserve it, right? As we begin our preparations at the Peaks Ice Arena for the 2034 Winter Olympics, we are excited to go for the gold once more. Together, our exceptional community will shine on the world stage. We've already begun the success of branding Provo as an official Olympic venue. The Olympic Tower and its new facelift, you'll notice over in the roundabout over here. Our Olympic ice right inside the building now bears the 2034 Olympic logo. And in more exciting news, I'd like to welcome Gordon Haight, my Public Works Director. Gordon.
Thanks, Mayor. You may have noticed as you drove here today that you passed a number of street signs that stated that have been changed to the Olympic Boulevard, as well as you may have noticed that we painted the Olympic rings on the streets as you drove here. This change is to show that we're ready to welcome the world to Provo. The logistics of changing. Thanks, Mayor.
Woo!
The logistics for changing the street signs is quite daunting. We have to deal with the properties along the road, we have to deal with emergency services, and even Google Maps to make sure people can get around. There needs to be a significant and important reason to ever change a street name. And today we have that reason. With the announcement of Utah as the home for the Winter Games for 2034 and the Winter Olympics, Provo is embracing the legacy of an Olympic city and preparing to welcome the world. There are those that were involved in the 2002 Winter Olympics, and they remember the excitement of the Games. Mayor Kafusi is working to make sure that Provo is ready for the 2034 Winter Olympics. Every day, the next 10 years, as people pass these signs, whether they're visitors, guests, or future Olympians, they're going to join us in the excitement for the Olympic Games. Thank you.
Woo! It's always really fun to come to work with these ideas and say, I've got this idea. What if we change the name of the street to Olympic Boulevard? And then what if we throw this huge celebration and it be free for everyone to come to? And my staff just looks at me like, Mayor, what? But then they get behind it and we all get around it and we pull off a wonderful event with a newly named street with all the excitement around it. None of this can happen without my CAO, which is Scott Henderson. He is an amazing leader in this city. I always tell him he's the most important person in the city. One of these days, he's going to agree with me. But he really is the one that has made the Recreation Department what it is and known for. And then coming in as the CAO, he has lifted the mayor's office to another level. So without further ado, let me introduce Scott Henderson. Woo!
Thank you so much, Mayor. What a great night, isn't it, for this? I hope everybody enjoyed skating on Olympic ice in our ice arena. This is what makes Provo special. This is just another thing that we can celebrate together. Okay, we will now conduct our concluding flag presentation celebration. So if I could have you turn your attention to our 3 flagpoles at the front part of the Peaks Ice Arena. The first flag to be featured is Provo City's colors, and then we asked the mayor to do even more. That will be presented by Mayor Michelle Kafusi. I have a short story. When Mayor Kafusi was brand new in her position in 2017, this arena was faced a reality that the Peaks Ice Arena could go to public auction and face closure. She vibrantly negotiated with Utah County to allow Provo Parks and Recreation to operate the arena as a sole manager, and they eventually agreed. Mayor Kafusi met with Parks and Recreation and set operational standards and operational efficiency and really pushed for the most effective Olympic venue or ice arena in the world. Parks and Recreation wisely agreed. As Gordon said, when the mayor asked you to do something, you say yes. I know this because I was the Parks and Recreation director at that time. So from that day forward, our Peaks Ice Arena has been solidified as a past Olympic venue and now a future Olympic venue. The Peaks Ice Arena under Provo City management has never required a tax subsidy. It is completely self-sufficient, making it the best example of transition from Olympic venue to daily use in the world. Woo! Thank you, Mayor Kafusi, for your vision and leadership in securing our venue to host the Olympics once again in 2034. You run a gold medal city. So please look to the first flagpole on your right, and honor guard, could you bring the Provo colors to Mayor Kafusi for presentation? The second flag is a somewhat used original Olympic flag from the 2002 Olympics, flown here at the Peaks Ice Arena during men's and women's hockey play. These colors will be presented by a group of youth athletes that have benefited from this facility in their community. So if we could have the youth come to the middle flagpole. They're there. When the International Olympic Committee was assessing communities for the 2034 Olympic Games, they visited the Peaks Ice Arena earlier this year. Provo was able to present and talk about how we celebrate every day the Olympic heritage at this venue with displays and high operational standards. While we were talking, there were youth hockey teams playing and figure skaters training on both sheets of ice. We pivoted to say that the true Olympic legacy in Provo are these young athletes on the ice that have this wonderful facility to train and stay active and healthy. They seem moved by this observation. The youth presented here may have a 2034 Olympian amongst them, and that would be the greatest story of them all. So please bring the Olympic colors to our youth for presentation. Woo! Woo! final flag is the colors of the United States of America that will be presented by four-time Olympian Steve Nyman. Steve was born in Provo, Utah. As a youth skier, he raced at Sundance and Park City. He competed in the 2006, 2010, 2014, and 2018 Olympics. He won his first downhill World Cup race in Val Gardenia, Italy, that same year in 2006. He went on to win 3 World Cup downhill competitions, all in Val Gardenia, Italy. Fantastico. We will now play a short video showing USA athletes and their special moments they share with our national anthem. So if we could have that video.
Please stand for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
All eyes near the flag.
What so proudly we
You've heard your anthem a million times before, but it means a little bit more when you do it with the gold medal around your neck.
at the twilight's last gleaming.
The moment is surreal. You know, you think, everyone says, man, if they get on top of that podium, they're gonna cry, they're gonna sing their anthem. Time just, but to me, time just stops.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars to the perilous fight.
All the hard work that you have put in to get to that moment, and you realize that moment is there.
For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
You realize in that moment that this is so much bigger than just yourself. It was a medal for your country.
And the rockets repair, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the line that our flag will stand.
We will now be blessed by a live singing of our national anthem by Madeline Page and Cassidy Stewart, sisters from Provo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through